What's good, everyone? This is DJ's Raw and Cut Truth, giving you the raw content that you deservedly need. And yesterday, JSU lost to South Carolina State. They got blown out. It is what it is. But I saw everyone's true colors once Jackson State lost. No matter if it was from the so-called dominant society or within the Swac and MEAC. HBCUs as a whole. See, this is the problem. The problem is when someone's building something, when someone's trying to create great things as a whole, there's always people trying to shut it down. Always. You can never build when there's haters. Never. And they use the opportunity to make fun of Coach Prime. They use the opportunity to shit on these players who've been working hard trying to change the mindset of these negative forces out there. Shout out to Boxing James, Mike James Boxing, salute DJ. Ed Houston, I see you, my brother. The Kraken, release the Kraken. He said, speak on it. So I'm about to invite my OG, Coach Joe, to educate the masses. Coach Joe, what's good, brother?
Good morning, DJ. How you doing there, my brother?
I feel good. I feel blessed. I feel great.
Awesome. Glad to hear that. What's happening, fam? How y'all doing in the room? Shout out to Mike James and Ed in Houston. What's happening, my brothers? How y'all doing?
Yeah, everybody's doing well. I was telling them, Coach Joe, after the game, I was disappointed that they lost, but I was excited about their future and what they have done for HBCUs. But looking at social media, and shout out to the CFL podcast, make sure you subscribe to his channel. Good brother, great content. I saw an underlining of self-hating going on, Coach. And I wasn't totally surprised. There was actually videos made making fun of the players and shitting on Coach Prime, even though he's changing the culture. Coach Joe, what do you think about the reaction after this game and your opinions about it?
Well, I'm going to tell you, DJ, first of all, I want to say shout out to Coach Prime. I want to say shout out to Jackson State. Congratulations to South Carolina State for winning the game. But shout out to Coach Prime for keeping it real. See, this brother always keeps it real. And that speech he gave in the locker room, he said we came out a little bit with too much self, thinking that we're gonna get it done easy. They're gonna lay down for us too much, believing it's gonna just go any other way. See, and overconfident. See, but also I love what he said about look at what we get. This is just the beginning, and look how we're going forward. But this is the other thing that I want to point out. I was not surprised to see all of that black hatred, okay, that goes on in this damn country, and particularly as a result of Prime. There's a whole lot of haters that hate Prime. A lot of our people that a lot of these coons out here don't like Prime, don't like a black man when a black man stands up and does what he wants to do, stand up with his chest out, with his head up, his shoulders back, feeling good about himself. So always
talk to him, Coach.
There's always some of the coons out there got something to say, and also those race soldiers that got something to say too. See, they've always hated Prime because Prime has always been really an amazing dude. Okay, one of the greatest safeties to ever, cornerbacks to ever play in the game. One of the greatest athletes to ever play. One of the most beautiful brothers who are great fathers and stuff. But they don't want to talk about that. See. And it just makes me upset too to hear these coons in our community, always talking against our people when we stand up and be counted. Whenever we say something about our people, or anytime we stand up and hold our chests out, somebody got something to say. You know what I mean? Particularly all these coons come out the doggone woodwork. See, sick of this nonsense. So shout out to Prime, to Coach Prime, for what he did, and to all them other coons out there. Listen, let me tell y'all something. One day you're gonna end up realizing what a mistake you made, and then you're gonna be running back home to us. That's what you feel. That's what it is, DJ.
Yes, sir, my brother. I mean, Coach Joe, this is Sunday, and you really preaching to the choir today. I tell
Yes,
you, Coach
indeed.
Joe, he don't hold anything back, and this is why you got to respect your OGs. The wisdom that they know, they've seen it all. Coach Joe have seen segregation. Coach Joe has seen gentrification still going on now, but he's seen it all.
Facts.
So
Thank you,
he's not
DJ. So
surprised
much
by
for that.
anything.
You're absolutely right. I mean, I'm gonna tell you one thing. I was even telling my girls this yesterday. I said, listen, because we were sitting up watching the Battle of the Bands and stuff, and watching the game. They're not big football fans. Two of my girls, but they listen to their daddy. Yeah, and so I told them, I explained to them about Travis Hunter and what happened with that situation. See, and I let them know. I said, see, the lie that they tell us is that on Sunday they want us to believe that the only player, our people, only come from them damn white institutions. See, that's the lie. They always telling. Forget about the black institutions, the HBCUs, where a lot of our boys come from and have historically come from. But they don't want to talk about that. Never. They'll never want to talk about that. Never want to act like it's a real thing. See, but it is a real thing. See, greatest cornerback ever, one of the greatest athletes ever. Prime was. I mean, who
Yes,
gonna
sir.
step? Who know how this brother see the world? With this amazing view that he has of the world through his experiences from Florida, okay, from the hood, okay, to go out and be huge in the world. Only to have some of our people cooning against him. Oh, we don't like Prime. Oh, you gonna like it? How he come off? All this old.
Right on, Coach. And like they said,
Nonsense, because we can't accept ourselves.
right on, Coach. And like Coach Prime once said, and for everybody on the screen, this is Coach Joe's Cash App. Please support the brother, great brother, knowledgeable. $base cat, $base cat. Coach Joe, we appreciate you. Like Coach Prime said one time, don't let my confidence affect your insecurities.
Woo! That
I
part
remember
right
he
there.
said that.
That's
He
right.
said, don't let my confidence affect your insecurities. A lot of folks and shines are insecure of Coach Prime because they didn't want him to have that leadership mantle of changing the game, changing HBCUs forever. They wanted somebody uppity who did not resonate with our people. And Coach Prime is an outlier. He's not shucking and jiving. He's authentic. He's relatable. And Coach Prime has always been that guy. That's why he was hated on by the media, because he had too much swagger. And just like Muhammad Ali, when Muhammad Ali was boxing, he had so much swagger, they couldn't stand it.
Oh,
But
whew.
when Muhammad Ali passed, that's when they started saying, oh, we love Muhammad Ali. You didn't love Muhammad Ali. When he had Parkinson's, that's when you start to love him. When he couldn't
there we go,
talk
DJ. Exactly right, DJ.
the way he did.
That's exactly right, DJ. When he was no longer the Muhammad Ali that stood up with his chest out, okay, and could say what was in his heart. That's when they start. Then, Muhammad had him carrying the torch when he could barely walk. See, same thing with Dr. King. Hated him. Okay, but the minute he died, I always want to quote, I have a dream. Right. Pass us with all that old nonsense. You hated him when he was here. See,
Mm-hmm. And shout out to the brother TB for the $5 super chat to help grow the channel. While he said it's sad because I've been arguing with racist college fans from the South since Travis' commitment. Now I'm arguing with my own people. See, that's terribly sad, brother.
yep,
That we can't even celebrate a 5-star going to a HBCU because they're jealous that they, meaning Jackson State, got them and not their school. See, that's the selfish crap I'm talking about. Because if Coach Prime was at PV Southern or any other school, FAMU or any other HBCU, you know what I would have done? I would have congratulated
facts.
because it's bigger than you.
Prime said it after the game, DJ. He said it after the game. He told his team, don't be haters.
Right.
See, he told them, don't be haters. Okay. It's just so much anti-black hatred in this damn country for us. And so many of us have been trained to believe that stuff and to go along with it. It's a damn shame.
And congratulations, we got a new Raw Truth member. Welcome to the family, my brother, Mr. Ed Houston. And also, I'm going to give you a wrench, my brother, for supporting the channel and supporting Truth, supporting our people. Congratulations, my brother. And you're always in the comment sections. You're always supporting the channel. And I appreciate that. Coach Joe.
Appreciate you, Ed. Appreciate you, my brother, so much. Welcome to the family. Appreciate you.
There's a quote, my brother, Coach. Not all skin folk are kinfolk. And you all are seeing it now. You're seeing it now. Not all skin folk are kinfolk.
And I like to add on to that, DJ, addendum to that, which is many of our skin folk don't know that they are our kinfolk because they didn't sold out. See, as Kanye said in the first work that he put out, which to me was the best of one of the best of his work, which was they made us love their wealth and hate ourselves. There it is, right there.
And Coach, you know what's very sad, and someone pointed this out. I think underscore said Dion rooted for FAMU against Southeast Louisiana, but motherfuckers want to diss Dion and Jackson State after this. Okay, yeah, I saw that. I saw that they were making fun of the FAMU players. And shout out to FAMU, they got good fans, but the FAMU players and the school, the athletic website had a montage making fun of Jackson State after Coach Prime rooted for FAMU when they went to the playoffs, rooted for the players, and now you're seeing jealousy is a rise. When you have success, when you're a brother having success, there's going to be people with your own skin hating on you. And again, I'm cool with the FAMU fans, but I'm talking about the ones that threw jabs at Jackson State. You're seeing now that in history, there were always haters. No matter if civil rights activists, there was the same people with the same skin hating on him. Jackie Robinson,
Facts.
when he did his thing, there were brothers hating on him.
Facts.
And the self-hater is the worst kind of hater.
Facts.
CFL podcast says, I'm also happy for Shaq Davis, man. He's been averaging 20 yards a catch for the last 2 seasons. He's finally getting noticed by the league. You love to see it. Shout out to South Carolina State's Shaq Davis. He looked like Megatron out there. And here's the thing about Coach Prime. The spotlight. The players get to have the spotlight. And South Carolina State Shaq Davis is now getting looked by NFL teams. This is amazing. This is the good news of the Celebration Bowl and Coach Prime. This is what you get here. And instead of celebrating greatness of our people, we have now come to a point where we're shitting on something new. And Coach Joe, I wanted you to elaborate the traditionalists that have been hating on Prime And after all Coach Prime has done for the SWAC and HBCUs, what are you trying to what do you think their mission is going against Coach Prime?
Well, I'm gonna tell you, DJ. It's a sad thing, and what I'm about to say here is something I've been looking at pretty much all my life. Okay, and that's anytime one of us, anytime one of us, and particularly a black man, stands up and says, "Hey, I can take care of myself. Hey, I don't need your help. I can do it myself." Anytime one of us say, "Look, I believe in myself. I believe in my family," there is always going to be some backlash, because when we left that plantation, when our ancestors, when the ones that came before us left that plantation, family, you got to remember this. See, they don't like to really tell us what really happened. See, that's why we got to study and show ourselves approved. That's why we got to always be engaged, okay, and realize that life is a participation sport. It's not a sit on the sideline sport. Life is a participation sport. See, and I'm right now, I'm looking in my head, seeing a vision in my head right now of seeing young Prime with the Jerry curl and the chains around his neck, leaving the Atlanta Falcons stadium to get on a helicopter to fly to the World Series to go play professional baseball in the World Series. One of the only dudes to do that. I cannot ever forget some of the haters even in that day. Why he got this Jerry curl? Why he got them glasses on? What's with all the chain and the bling bling? Okay, not looking at what he's accomplishing, looking at where he has come from, looking at how far he's come, looking at how amazing and great this brother is. No, want to look at it through the lens of these white supremacists in this country. We're supposed to be buttoned down. We're supposed to have on, have our hair cut short. We're supposed to just, not wear anything that's flashy. See, have to be like them. See, Prime is the poster child, if you will, for Black excellence. But many of them can't stand that excellence. Many of us can't stand that excellence. See, Prime said during the press conference afterwards, he gave a shout out to that young brother we just talked about. Said that brother's ready for the NFL.
Sure did.
See, he gave props to the team that beat him. Said that they came out and played well. See, but they don't never really want to give the truth of our people. Always want to shade us in some way. Always want to make it seem like it's something else going on. See, and those brothers and sisters down there at FAMU that put that stuff out there, ha ha he he. Okay, you ought to be ashamed of yourself.
Right,
but
Coach.
I tell you what, Prime gonna have the last laugh. I guarantee you that. He gonna have the last laugh. I guarantee you that. Because what he's building, where his heart is, where his work is, what he's putting in, that will not go void. You can believe that. And how dare this young brother, Travis Hunter, how dare him say, I am not going to allow you to take me into your inner sanctum and allow you to make money off me. How dare him say that? How dare him say that this is just the beginning? And I look forward to the other brothers and sisters, the other brothers that come behind me, that come to HBCUs. See, they don't want to hear that at all. See, so Prime has been going through this for a long time. People hating his genius, hating his abilities, hating his unbelievable God-given talent, and his head and his mind.
And Coach Prime, you know what's so sad about all this?
Go ahead, DJ.
YouTubers who are not black having more class than some of the people that have been shucking and jiving during this whole Jackson State loss. I'm gonna give you an example. There's a YouTuber, and shout out to the Blue Bloods. The Blue Bloods, he breaks down the game. He says what the team did wrong, what they did wrong, right, not throwing jabs at the teams, not saying anything ridiculous, not shunning the coach, not disrespecting the coaches, not disrespecting the players, not disrespecting the fans. So if he can act with common courtesy and being respectful, why can't anybody else in our community do that? That's what's sad to me.
Mm-hmm.
That's disrespectful. That's disappointing. And shout out to the Blue Bloods again. Again, when you break down teams, it's okay to say what they need to work on, what they did bad in the game, what they need to get fixed. We all know that Jackson State need to fix their own line. Coach Prime is going to do it. He talked about it in the press conference.
Facts.
And the CFL podcast, flowers to you, my brother, because you're very objective. You were the first ones to say, look out for South Carolina State. They got dogs, before anybody said it. And you called it right. See, we got to be objective when we when we observe the game of football and break the game out the right way. Not be a caricature, yucking it up, buffooning on camera for hours after somebody loses. And this is why I respect those brothers.
Facts.
Swac Buzz does it the right way.
See, family. What I see when I see this self-hatred going on toward Prime, really is just self-hatred towards self. It's what the system has put into our people to hate ourselves. See, if your first instinct is to hate on another brother or another sister because of something they like and you don't like, you should probably look at that. You should probably look at that. See, because the bottom line is we all in this together. We are all in this together, believe you me. And that's what I love about what Coach Prime has stood on. See, he hasn't parsed this out. See, the day is coming. It's slowly but coming. It's slowly but surely coming. See, where we gonna realize at this point when all we have is ourselves. And we're coming back to that. See, before, back in the day, little history, when we had the Negro Leagues and we were doing our own thing, we felt like we were missing out on something. We felt like we were missing out on something because they were keeping us out. Well, that's how it is. That's how it is. See, but once all this time has passed and we got let in, many of us got let in, and then we saw what happened with the foreigners when they came over here and got let in. Now, when we look at it, we're starting to realize, wait a minute, we wasn't really missing out on nothing. And what we do miss is we miss the unity and the joy and the love of each other. I'll never forget, family. I'll never forget this. Over here in my neighborhood, when Nipsey got murdered, I'm gonna keep it real. Got assassinated. When Nip got assassinated for being one of them kind of brothers who love his people, was doing for his people, trying to stop the gang wars. See, doing it by example, going to the other side, did a video with YG, who is the other side. YG in his rap. What did YG say? This young brother Nip showed me the game, showed me how to wear my own stuff, not be looking to put on Gucci and Versace, other people's names, because that's what these products are, family. It's these other people's names. You around pub and you happy to pub another family's name? You happy to have another person's name on your back, on your feet, on your head? See, this ain't just about football, because primetime ain't never really just been about football, about life, about our people. See, about the big picture, not the small picture. So for those that are ruminating on the small picture, that are caught up in the small picture is just winning this particular game. That's the small picture. The big picture is where HBCUs are going. The fact that 60% of our boys play on campuses around this country where when they go outside the football field, most everybody on that campus don't look like them. See, something is wrong with that. When you have to go to someplace else to do what you love to do because you ain't got no choice. What Dion is letting everybody know, there is a choice. You do have a choice. You can come home. You can come home. See, I never forget what it felt like as a kid growing up, going down from Chicago, where I grew up, with my mother from Louisiana, going down to see my great-grandparents and spend time with my family down in Louisiana, and then going to Grambling as a kid. How those older brothers and sisters over there treated me. All that love I felt on that campus around all those beautiful black boys and girls, men and women. Ain't nothing like that. See? So it's coming. It's coming. It's coming. It's coming. Believe you me, it's coming. And Dion, prime time, is leading the charge. Couldn't have been a better person to do it.
Man, Coach Joe, I'm telling you right now, here's a true nugget, and the CFL and the Blue Bloods know about this because they're up on recruiting. This next, because there's 2 signing days. There was the first signing day, and then there's the second signing day. For those who are listening, look at the recruiting numbers at the first signing day. They only signed, 9 players? A few players. So you know what that tells me, and that tells everybody else. Average recruiting class is like 20 to 30 players. Another 5-star will be coming. And like the Blue Blood said, the Blue Bloods called it out a while ago. He said there's another 5-star coming soon. So all that laughing, saying Jackson State's overrated, Jackson State ain't this, another 5-star is coming. And I'm getting word that after bowl season, there's going to be a couple of offensive linemen. You heard it first. B Fresh heard two more. I did hear that rumor too. But there's supposed to be some offensive linemen after the bowl game. They're going to enter the transfer portal. This is what they're forgetting. There's still players playing in bowl games because they owe it to their team. They really don't. They're being respectful to the coaches because the coaches respected them. So they want to at least play the bowl game and then leave after that. So I respect that. They have a relationship with their players. You're going to see more players leave after the bowl game. And that's going to tell you who's going to be coming to Jackson State. and also the high school players that haven't decided likely to commit to Jackson State. Look at the numbers again. Look at the numbers. 9 players signed. That is for a reason. I talked about it. Blue Bloods talked about it. The CFL podcast talked about it. Coach Prime is trying to build a juggernaut. I made a video a couple days ago saying that next year's team is going to be way more talented than this year. This is actually Coach Prime's first year. The spring was like, it was different. It was spring. Let's keep it real. It was COVID year. It was spring. And it was just getting to know his team.
Facts,
But a
DJ.
whole year coming together. Another year. I've never seen a head coach that had this high of expectations his first year.
Facts.
Never.
Facts.
Coach, have you ever seen a head
DJ,
coach?
before you say that, DJ, I want to add into what you were just saying. See, family, because of COVID, and they created that portal, okay, for dudes, for players to be able to transfer without sitting out. See, that's what's and that hasn't really gone down yet, as DJ just pointed out, because it's a lot of bowl games. See. So they never had this before because they restricted the players' movements for so long. So they ain't never had a situation where there's so many ways for a team to be able to improve themselves right away. See, and they can improve themselves right away through their portal. See, that's coming out where you can transfer without any penalty. Okay, go ahead, DJ. I just want to say that.
Facts, Coach. And Coach Joe. Shout out to HL Kid, man. Thank you for
What's up,
tuning
HL
in.
Kid? How you doing there, my brother? Good to see you there, young G.
I'm telling you right now. What's that saying, Coach? Laugh now, cry later.
Facts.
Because what they're about to pull off in the second signing day is going to be very historical. You think last year's class was historical? This upcoming class, I guarantee you, is going to be historical. That's why the press conference, one thing I like about press conference, OG, is that I read the energy.
Facts.
And when Coach Prime said, we're going to get this fixed, trust me, we have something. He knows what's about to go down. And I'm going to throw this out there. If they get 5-star Zach Evans to transfer to JSU, I would not be surprised. I would not be surprised. Remember, he had that tweet that he wanted Coach Prime to coach at TCU. I'm glad he's staying with Jackson State, by the way. The players want to play for him.
Mm-hmm.
And we know the weakness of Jackson State. Think about it. If Jackson State has a revamped offensive line, when teams play the drop 8 coverage, they could run the ball and run it and run it and run it, and then it will loosen the coverage up. That's the importance of a run game. Coach Prime knows this. He talked about it in the press conference.
Facts.
But what I don't want to see, and I hope people have more class in this, stop tweeting at recruits that made a decision to join a specific college. They're tweeting at the JSU recruits talking about, see, you should change your commitment. Why would they do that? Because they lost one game in the FCS? This is their life.
DJ, there's a lot of white noise out there because the powers that be, the people who are similar to what LeVar did, Deion's doing as well. See, the powers that be understand that this is a people business. See, and money. And they know they've always had the advantage. They've always had the infrastructure. They've always had the money. See, but what has happened is something mitigates the money, and that's people. And when realness shows up, it can mitigate that money, and it's going to mitigate it right now. See, it mitigated it with Travis Hunter. See, which made it irrelevant to the situation. See, that's what Deion is doing. Look at the other brothers that are coming to the HBCUs, the former NFL players as well. Look at all of
Hugh Jackson.
the basketball players as well, who Chris Paul, I shout out, who are always wearing HBCU stuff. See, the tide is starting to change and turn back, family, because we're recognizing, we're coming to the understanding that Brother Malcolm said was going to come to a long time ago. When we realize we only got ourselves. See, it's happening.
It is. And Sean Calloway said part of watching the Celebration Bowl was because of Coach Prime. Now a lot of people know not only Jackson State, but they know about Shaq Davis and other HBCU players. Bro, we need to get behind Prime. See, that's what I'm talking about. It's about the big picture. That's what it's all about.
Facts.
Don't y'all realize we can all eat?
Facts.
As a family. When we support one another, again, if you are a rival of Jackson State, you should want your team to be Jackson State. I have no problem with it. But what I do have a problem is the insults. Now you're saying he's not a good coach. But when he won those games, he did his thing.
Crickets.
Yeah. And shout out to GS Everything 27 says, DJ, did you see Travis Hunter bowl game highlights last night? The kid is special. Man, mama, there goes that man. Woo! Coach Joe, if you go on YouTube and look up Travis Hunter's highlight, he had a highlight last night because he played against a ranked Washington team.
Mm-hmm.
This is a cornerback, by the way. He caught the ball, high-pointed it, mossed him for a touchdown like he's Antonio Brown or something. And he's a cornerback. Like he plays both sides.
Wait a minute. You mean like he was prime time?
Oh, yeah.
Because that's what Prime used to do. That's what Prime used to do. Take that thing at the high point. That time he told Brett Favre, throw that thing over here again. Throw it over here again.
Mm-hmm.
He threw it over there again. I don't believe who you are. He high-stepped it into the end zone.
And he's fast as a whip, man. I mean,
thank you.
If you're an opposing team next year, if you throw it on Travis Hunter's side, I'm telling you, don't do it. I'm trying to let you know, don't do it. Because he has better ball skills. Here's the crazy part, Coach Joe, and I mean this respectfully. When he plays next season, out of all the teams that he will play on the schedule, he's not even a main wide receiver. He's a cornerback. But he has the best ball. He will have the best ball skills as soon as he step on campus.
Facts. And that's no matter almost where he went.
Yeah. He would have done that at Florida State.
Doggone tootin'.
He would have done that at Georgia if he went there.
Facts.
And y'all want to know the real, and I'm not sugarcoating. He would have done the same thing at Alabama.
Yep.
Because Jamison Davis is he's a fast receiver. He should be the first receiver taken. He's a speedster. I give him that. But I'm talking about ball skills. Travis Hunter's the dude. No matter what school. No matter what school. And Quay Davis next season. And shout out to the underscore for pointing it out. He said, DJ, don't forget Quadarius Davis. He exists too. He didn't play. He plays exactly like Quay Davis. 300 points away from being a 5-star. Yeah, Quay Davis, Coach Joe, he's a 4.5 star. He signed last season. He chose to sit out to work out some things, personal things.
Okay.
He could have played this year, but he chose to sit out to work on off the field stuff. He plays like Dez Bryant, coach. So they're going to be loaded.
And look,
and they're bringing more 5 stars.
I know Deion knows talent. Okay, so when he say Mo is coming, Mo is coming. When he said, I know what needs to be fixed. I know what needs to be fixed. I know what we good at. I know what we weak at. I know what we need to get better at in every way. So and Mo is coming.
And I see we got some trolls in here. Brother, I'm gonna put you on timeout.
Which one is that?
Just do 704 something. Just calling out the players and disrespectful comments. This is for intelligent and respectful conversations on Raw Truth. You can disagree, but no shots at the players, no shots at the coaches. Let's be better than that. And let's get it up to 90 likes, family. Man, this has been an excellent discussion, a well-needed discussion, because I'm seeing a reaction. And I was disappointed. I wasn't surprised because I've seen this story before, but I was disappointed because there wasn't no educated conversation of how the game went wrong. There was always that, ha ha, they lost, they're sorry. No substance at all. That was the problem.
Yeah, 11-2 is sorry. I like to be
Right.
sorry at 11-2 too.
Sonic Boom 98, thank you for that. He said, like and share the video, please. Yes, share it through all social media platforms. Also, support the OG Coach Joe for speaking that wisdom, being a man of truth, being a man that's for our people. Cash App, $base cap. I repeat, Cash App, $base cap for Coach Joe
Appreciate
for preaching. Someone
appreciate
said it's
that,
better
TJ.
than church.
Appreciate all that you do. Absolutely, absolutely. Because we're gonna get the real here.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, HL Kitty. So you preaching, Coach Joe. Love it this morning. Thank you so much. Appreciate that so much, HL. I mean, we just gotta the time for equivocating, for sitting on the fence and not you don't know which way to go and not trying. All that stuff is over with. We ain't in that time no more. We in the time now where you got to make a decision and a choice. See, and for those that have the courage to make that choice, prime, when all kind of folks was pulling at him from the NFL, pulling at him from other them other universities. See, he said no, 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 no. And listen to how he talks about his boys. Listen to how he talks about being a father and being a coach and his understanding. We need this. And that's why I'm glad the university gave it to us. Thanks to the Most High. Gave it. Whether you wanted it or not, this example of Black excellence and Black male excellence is here. And
You
ain't
see
nothing
the
you can do
difference,
about
Coach? What you said? Black
it. Yep.
male excellence.
Facts.
We're living in a time of emasculation. The media is trying to emasculate Coach Ron.
Facts.
They're clearly trying to do it, and he won't let them get away with this. Why every time a brother speaks out for his people, for the betterment, and that's why I have a problem with the traditionalists. The traditionalist was upset that Coach Prime was demanding names in the back of the jerseys. The traditionalists were pissed off because Coach Prime wanted better field conditions and better facilities for all HBCUs. They were mad because they had to come off of their check and support. They couldn't just stand still. See, this is the importance of Coach Prime. If he was not at Jackson State, matter of fact, if he was not at a HBCUs, none of the other schools would be getting their upgrades. Coach Prime forced their hands. And this is why I love it. And shout out to K Loft. He said the only negative comment I have is JSU's offense coordinator needs to be replaced. Hey, that's a fair assessment. That's part of the business of sports. If
Facts.
you're not doing your job,
Facts.
you need to get a better one. Just like I'm gonna give an example for my basketball fans, like the Charlotte Hornets. If the Charlotte Hornets don't utilize their star player LaMelo Ball the right way, and a coach keeps playing them lower minutes, you need to get a new coach. So I have no problem with that. This is part of sports. But I do have a problem with people psychoanalyzing the game. That's what I don't like. Shout out to GS, man. He said, Coach Joe and DJ, what type of OC coach you guys think we need next season? And thank you for supporting the channel and helping it grow. Also, everybody support Coach Joe, Cash App, $ base cat, treated like church donation. Tithe, right? Coach Joe, you were preaching this morning, man.
Here we
You were
go. Here we
preaching.
go. We got to do it. I want to respond to that.
Yeah.
Can you put that back up again, DJ?
Yes, sir. Yeah, let me get that back up. You see it?
Yes. Well, this is what I want to see. I want to see a young black male savant, and DJ gonna find him. I mean, the Prime gonna find him. Believe you me. The NFL can find them. They can find the ones on the other side. I want them on this side. Okay, we don't need no rehashing of the old stuff. I want to see something new, something fresh, some genius, because we got all kind of genius in our people. I want to see a young offensive coordinator, a young black offensive coordinator who don't nobody know. I want to see them get some love. That's what I want.
Mm-hmm. You know what? There may be an answer to this, and luckily, Coach Prime has connections to the NFL. You know, for those who know football, and let's get it up to 100. Like we got 110 people in the chat. Lord, hit the like button. Thank you for tuning in. Raw Truth family. You guys know about the offensive analysts, right? Like behind the scenes, that doesn't get the respect and love that their NFL teams give them. I think JSU should hire one of those brothers doing that.
There we go.
And give them an opportunity. Now, I want them to retain TC Taylor. I want TC Taylor to do what he did before being the offensive coordinator because he has a relation with the guys, and it'll bring more voices to the offense. But if you could get an offensive analyst from the NFL, there's so many brothers coaching that don't get the fanfare because they're behind the scenes. They're calling up plays. They're helping the OCs out.
What about the brother down in KC?
Yeah.
All right. Former running back.
Mm-hmm.
See, but see, DJ, I believe that Prime is a outlier in my mind. You know, he ain't regular. He was never regular in anything that he did. Okay, so to me, you need to put together a staff that ain't regular either.
Right.
See, that's what Prime, and I believe Prime gonna do that.
Lee Sweeney says TC didn't call no plays yesterday, but he's the OC. So if he didn't call the plays, who did?
Shame.
But like Coach Ron said, they're gonna get a little straightened out. Now, for Shadir Sanders, I know he looked like a freshman yesterday, and that's okay. He is a freshman. But y'all got to realize the offensive line. If you ain't got no blocking, man, you ain't gonna do nothing.
DJ, are you referring to Russell Wilson?
Oh man.
Running for your life.
Man, he running around like the late great Gregory Hines. It was like defensive line there, turnaround, defensive line there. I'm like, I can't believe how many D linemen are right up in this grill already. And coach, when I was watching the game, I was like, please, can you hold up for like, shoot, can you hold up for 2 more seconds. 2 more seconds. That's all I ask. It's 2 more seconds. And like Urban Network pointed out, the pressure won in the trenches by South Carolina State is what was deciding factor in this game. Offense and defense.
And
South Carolina's offensive line, South Carolina's defensive line won this game. And Shaq Davis did his thing too. But the trenches, you got to have dogs in the trenches.
And DJ, that's when I saw when the beginning of the game when I turned it on and saw a couple series and saw South Carolina controlling the line of scrimmage. I said, "Oh shit,
Mm-hmm.
it's gonna be a long day."
I saw even when Jackson State scored first, I was worried because I saw the penetration in that line. I said, "Wait a minute, they're giving up too many." They're letting their quarterback get hit too early. That's when I knew. I was like,
Not
"Oh
controlling the
boy."
line of scrimmage. Not controlling the line of scrimmage. I mean, I'm thinking of Patrick Mahomes right now. When he lost in the KC lost in the Super Bowl, what was he doing? Running for his life. Why? Both his tackles were out.
Mm.
Okay, the dude as good as him. Okay, you get no time. You get nothing. No soup for you. You get to run. Hey DJ, family, y'all remember that video where that dude was pretending like he was a jihadist, and he would put something down in front of people, a package looked like a bomb, and he'd take off running. Then the thing would say, "Run." I mean, that's what it was. It was just running. I mean, you got to control the line of scrimmage, and Dion know that better than anybody else because as a cornerback. Okay, he know exactly what the deal is. If we get a little bit of pressure, that means that dude got to let that thing go. And if he let that thing go in the wrong direction, I got a pick six and I'm high stepping it the other way, baby.
Yep, and good point, Urban Network. He said they doubled and triple teamed Houston and still got to Fields, but it leveled the playing field. Yeah, when they neutralized James Houston, I know he got a sack. I mean, they pretty much triple teamed him.
Facts.
South Carolina State said, we are going to send multiple bodies at James Houston. We don't care what anyone else does.
That's right.
And next season, I'm telling you now, I'm not. I'll tell you now. Next season, you're going to start seeing 2 types of James Houstons. Hey, I'm just letting you know. So if you double one guy, the other one is going to be free. This ain't even Coach Joe. Most teams, and this is about recruiting, and Blue Blood, you can attest because you know about recruiting, just like CFL. You need multiple recruiting classes to fill out your roster.
Facts.
Let me repeat that. To have a consistent product on the field, because you saw a couple of games where J State played the games too close. That's because they only had one recruiting class. You need multiple recruiting classes to have a final product. I don't care if you had the best FCS class or not. The best FCS class took a 3-4 win recurring Jackson State team into 11-2 team. That's a big jump in 1 year.
Facts.
So what do you think the second year is going to be? A more talented team, a hungrier team, a team that is very motivated because they're hearing all this crap being talked about them. So I am, in the back of my mind, I'm glad that the Shines out there revealed themselves, that they were never invested of trying to build up HBCUs. They only cared about their school and nobody else. And that's a fact. And that's not what they're going to say, but I'll say it for them. You only cared about what your school gained from the exposure, but you didn't care about everybody else. That's why you was hating on Coach Prime and the players. And shout out to Black. He says the O-line been suspect all season. Hate to say it, but watch 74 playing Olay block it. Yeah, that's going to get rectified. Trust me. And
But
thank
you
you
know
for
what, DJ?
supporting the channel.
But you know what though, DJ and family? I don't hate to say it, DJ. This was his first really year.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he was amazing. Family, this was amazing. No team in the leagues had 11 wins. Man, come on, man. It's over with now. Now we can look at it with fresh eyes. What he did was unbelievable, record breaking. No, look. Well, of course it wasn't. It wasn't the best. Of course he didn't. It wasn't a champ. It wasn't a championship. He don't have the infrastructure for that. I'm out here in SC. In Los Angeles, looking at SC. Been struggling forever. Since what you call him has been gone. Pete Carroll and them left. Why? Because they don't have no system in place. They ain't been able to recruit the right they supposed to do what you saying, DJ. What you have to do, you have to have 3 layers. They didn't have that. They did it with 1 layer and some duct tape. Man, come on, man. I can't get with none of the criticism of Prime and Jackson State. None. They balled out this year. Period.
Right. And like Quay and Warren pointed out, it took Pete Carroll 3 classes at USC before they won. It did.
Thank you. This is the truth. This ain't no our opinions.
And Coach Joe, did you know that Pete Carroll's first year, he had a top 10, top 5 recruiting class his first year.
Right.
They went 6-6 the first year.
And DJ, those weren't really years to me. This has been this COVID stuff.
Right.
Okay, this has not been no regular. See, I'm tired of them all and us going along with it. We don't need to go along with it. It was not right. It was patchwork. Everybody had to patchwork, okay, and do the best that they could, okay? Dion did Primetime did the best that he could, and his just happened to be the best, okay? Let's just leave it like it is. It's not back yet. We still look at what's going on now. The NBA, I can't tell you how many players out. The Bulls had to cancel games. This thing isn't over yet. But Prime showed that even with all of this nonsense, all of this mess that you got to deal with, he's still gonna make chicken salad out of chicken-ish.
Preach, Coach. Preach. That time is ticking. That prime time clock is ticking. I'm telling you, man, I'm sitting back. I'm smiling right now. I know you can't see it, but I'm smiling.
We hear it, though, DJ.
I'm smiling because what they about to pull off, man. Oh, and for the brother that asked about they need an explosive running back. Oh, that's coming.
Oh, all that's coming, man. Are you kidding me?
All of it's coming. It's kind of like a shout out to the brother, the OG Ant Learn. What's good, my brother? Peace and blessings. But remember,
we got to stop allowing these people to set our narratives because we know family inside. We know our family. We know what's going on. We got to stop letting these people from the outside report what's going on in our deal. No, you're not doing that. No, and we're not using your measuring stick to judge where we are because y'all stuff is janky. Y'all cheat, y'all steal, y'all do all kinds of stuff. So get out of here with that nonsense. Ain't listening to it.
Oh man, it's kind of Coach. This upcoming signing day will be like Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. Pick your recruits and they'll play. Jackson State is gonna whoop some ass. Take them to the A. Atlanta. There's going to be some smoke. It's not a joke when you have dogs.
Facts. DJ, we love it.
Oh
Heck,
man.
no, I ain't playing today. GS, everything said, Coach ain't playing today. No, I ain't playing today. You
Oh
know,
yeah.
this excellence, man, this amazing excellence that prime time is shown and made Jackson State relevant. All of us are here as a result of it. Let's keep it real. And then we're going to try to slide it at the end and say that they didn't do this. No, no, no. They always do that crap to us. We ain't doing it amongst ourselves. This was a great year for prime. A great year for Jackson State. A great year for the conference. Nonsense. I don't want to hear that other
Right.
nonsense. Now, do
And
they need to get better?
and
Yes. Do they need
again,
to upgrade? Yes. That's just life. In life, we all need to do a little bit better at something. Okay, let's just keep it real. This life is a participation sport. It's not a sideline sport. So we all got to do a little bit more when it comes to this or that. Okay, but that don't mean that we ain't gonna give ourselves credit when you make chicken salad out of chicken crap. Come on, man.
and despite some FAMU, I'm not gonna blame all of FAMU because FAMU, the ones I've talked to, the fans, they've been cool. You know, they'll talk regular trash, but that like in a sport way. But when FAMU was in the playoffs, I was rooting for FAMU. I wanted them to beat the crap out of Southeast Louisiana. I wanted them to win it all in the playoffs. I didn't care about if FAMU won it all. Would it make Jackson State look bad because they didn't play in the playoffs? No, I wanted FAMU to win it all. That's about supporting our brothers and sisters, whatever they do. And we gotta have that type of mindset, man. We gotta have that
Facts.
mindset. And next year's Swac coach, look at Hugh Jackson. Hugh Jackson got a 4-star transfer from UCLA. Brother is
There it
cold.
is. There it
Fam,
is.
you got a quarterback from the SEC, Vanderbilt. I know Vanderbilt didn't win a lot of games, but they're still SEC. So this quarterback has played against high level competition, and he should do well for FAMU. Alabama A&M is recruiting their tails off, getting big time recruits and transfers. The whole conference is good. Alabama State got a flip from Ole Miss, flip to go to Alabama State. Prairie A&M is going to hire a well-named coach. So the SWAC next year is going to be competitive. I'm happy for it. This is what it's all about. And this is for everybody to eat. Like the movie Paid in Full. Everybody eats, B. Everybody eats.
Facts. And you know what, DJ? I want to just say this real quick to the family too, because as we're talking about eating and we're talking about resources, there's a lie that's going on that there's not enough resources. There are enough resources. It's just where are those resources going?
Right. You ain't lying, Coach. You are not lying. Look, Urban Network, man. Shout out to him. He said, FAMU fan here. OBC, we coming. Hey, man. You see, I ain't got no problem with that.
Not at all.
Two rival teams, man, wanted to win it next season. Hey, you supposed to rep your school.
Right. See, and one of the reasons, fam, why here at DJ's Raw and Cut Truth, we stand for none of this nonsense amongst ourselves is because we have to get back to treating each other and looking at each other as family. Even those that don't agree and don't know that they're family, because we know what we are family. Is Deion Sanders, is Primetime ever going to be anything other than a black man? Come on now.
Right.
Are his sons ever going to be anything than black men? Come on now. Okay. Any of them brothers and sisters at FAMU, any of them brothers and sisters down at Grambling, any of them down at Southern, any of them down at South Carolina State, anywhere. Are they going to be black? Are they going to be anything other than brothers and sisters? No. So we got to get back to the truth of what's going on about our story here. We are family. We got to start acting like it. And just because some of us don't know, and some of us have drank the Kool-Aid, and they just out there thinking they something else, that's okay. We ain't got to deal with them. Okay, but they still family, and we got to hold the door open for them to come back because we know what we're under here. It ain't an easy thing. What Prime did by taking his celebrity, by taking all of what he has uh, 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 brought to the table, all of his experience, his resources. What he did by going to Jackson State and saying, "Forget it to the rest of those the establishment." That is unbelievable. That should be applauded over and over again as an example that we should follow, not something that we should try to tear down, try to destroy, act like it's not significant. No, we're not doing that here at DJ's Raw and Cut Truth. So if you want the kind of content where we stick together, we can criticize each other, we can talk about each other to help each other get better, all of that. But we ain't got to tear each other down.
We don't. And Urban Network, man, I see how family you be traveling, man. Y'all went into Southeast Louisiana deep, man.
There we
All
go.
fans on deck. I bet they were surprised. It was like, wow, man, I ain't expect all this. But y'all gonna be good next year. The whole Swac as a conference is gonna be competitive. Mississippi Valley State recruiting well. Texas Southern got Andrew Body and their offense coming back. This is what you want. You want competition to the fullest. And before we roll out, Coach Joe, any last words? And before you go, Coach Joe, thank you, C-Mac, for supporting the channel and donating to the channel to help grow this channel. He said, salute to JSU. They are just getting started. They got Coach Prime, and they are in their prime. Thanks to both commentators telling the truth of excellence. Peace and blessings and love to you. And I hope you have the best day as possible.
Thank you so much, C-Mac. I just want to say, DJ, I appreciate it again, for you coming and providing DJ's Raw and Cut Truth for us to be able to have this platform, to be able to share and to stand with our heads up, our shoulders back, our chests out. Okay, this is what this is about. From the acorn grew the mighty oak. We have to begin to learn again, to relearn to love ourselves. See, and this is and it starts from small to big. So I appreciate you so very much at what you do. To the family in the chat, thank you guys so much. You know who you are. Appreciate you so much coming in, giving your energy, your time, your effort to this endeavor that we put, the DJ put together, and that we are here doing at DJ's Raw and Cut Truth. Thank you so much. And I always like to end with an African term I learned when I lived in Africa. It's called Ubuntu, and it means because of me you are, because of you I am, and we are one family. Have a wonderful, blessed day, and I hope your team wins today. Whoever, all y'all out there, whoever your team is, hope your team wins today. Oh, and by the way, DJ, we are doing the Mellow game tonight. The Charlotte are going against the league leading Tide with Golden State, the Phoenix Suns. It's going to be an interesting game. So we're going to be doing that tonight at 6, I think it is, DJ.
And, yeah, it is. We'll be at 6.
Yeah, we're gonna be doing that tonight. So come back and if you're interested in NBA and Mellowholics, and because we're gonna be here. So thank you, DJ, so much. Thank you, fam.
Always. And Coach Joe, we appreciate you, the care you have for our people, the love you have for our people, the knowledge that you share to our people. We appreciate you, Coach Joe. Again, donate to the Honorable Coach Joe at Cash App, $basecat. Tune in to the live stream, Hornets versus Suns. Shout out to the LaMeloholics. Some of them in the chat. If you're LaMeloholic, let me know. Let me know. To see LaMelo play against a great team. And one thing, Coach Joe, one thing I like about LaMelo playing against playoff teams, he usually get more minutes.
Facts.
Because Gordon Hayward don't show up. I ain't trying to down the brother. He just doesn't show up against good teams.
Hey, the truth will make you free. So there it is. Okay.
Peace and love to everybody, man. I appreciate y'all. We got to have more conversations like this. Shout out to all the Swac content creators. Shout out to Swac Buzz, a great brother, great content. Subscribe to him. The CFL podcast, Blue Bloods, Cut Day Sports, Tomorrow Leader Sports Network, Swac TV, um, Between the Game Sports. I know there's more. There's a lot of them, but all HBCUs, Swac, college football content creators, subscribe to their channels. This is what it's all about. The love, the knowledge shared around. I'm happy, man. I'm truly happy. I love what's going on with HBCUs, and I'm out.